Welcome everyone to this video on the chapter of laws of motion. So, in the last video, we were discussing the problems on pulley and a block constraint, and how when multiple pulleys are involved, we solve the constraint relations first, and then we move on to the force body diagrams. So, let us do some more questions to get some more hands-on practice. So, let us do the question number 2. You have to find the relation between acceleration of blocks A and B. So you are given the block A, you are given the block B. So let us just draw this pulley. So we have a block which is connected to both the strings in this system, and we have one block which is connected to only one string in this system. So basically, how to do such type of questions, that is the objective of this particular problem. So let us say this is the problem number 1. So, and we are having two blocks A and B. Let's say the velocity of block A is in upward direction. Let's say that is some VA, and the velocity of block B, it is in some downward direction. Let us say it is some value VB. So as you would be saying, in this question we have two strings. String number 1, which is colored blue, and string number 2, which is colored as red. So the string which is colored blue, that is connected to the pulley and the block, and the string in red, it is connected to both the blocks. So in such type of questions, what we have to learn, and what we have to remember basically is that start with the string which is connected to both the blocks. So which string is connected to both the blocks? This string, the string which we are coloring right now, this particular string, that is connected to both the blocks. So let us study that. As we already know, the tension in the string would remain the same. The tension in the string is T. Tension in the string would also be T. Let's say this tension is some T. Let's say it's some T only. So and on this pulley, the tension is acting in downward direction. In this direction, in downward direction, it is acting. So which pulley is actually moving here? If I were to ask the question that which pulley is moving here, the pulley number 2 is moving. So the pulley number 2 is moving downwards with the velocity VA, and the center of the pulley is moving downwards with some velocity VA. So since the block A is moving up with the velocity VA, the pulley, this pulley would be moving down with the velocity VA, and since the whole pulley is moving down with the velocity VA, we know we have to consider the instantaneous power which is delivered to the points of contact, and we have already marked the points of contact at 1 and 2. So these two velocities are having the value VA, and the tension in the string have the value T and T. So when we want to calculate instantaneous power delivered by the string, we will be considering this string, the string which is connected to both the blocks. So let us start. Tension at this point into velocity of this point. So this point is going up with the velocity VA. So we write T into VA, and that would come with a positive sign since the tension and velocity have the same direction. So what we have to be careful is that we have to be careful what is the velocity of the point of contact on the string, that is the string, or all the points which the string is connected to, we have to carefully consider what are their velocities. Usually those velocities are in variable terms. So if the variable is not defined, you have to define the variable, which we have already done. That is the velocity of A. So multiplying the tension with the velocity VA, we get the first power delivered. Then this point is going down with the velocity again Vn, since the pulley itself is moving down with the velocity Vn. So for this particular point, we would again write T into Vn. Again, we will be paying close attention to the direction of tension and velocity. They are same. That means that we can write T into Vn pretty easily. After that, we will be subtracting the tension with the velocity. Tension and velocity, they are in opposite direction. We will write T into Vb. This is equal to 0. So we write 3 into Va is equal to Vb, and this implies 3 times acceleration of A is equal to acceleration of the block B. So this is the first relation which we are coming about. Next, let us look for the next relation. Let us do this figure number 2. So in this case, as you can see, we have a lot of pulleys which are connected to the string. So the number of pulleys which we are having is pretty large. So at first it may seem that it would be pretty difficult to find the relation between the acceleration of block A and the acceleration of block B. That is what we have to do in this question also. But it would be relatively easy to find if we are able to keep up with the number of pulleys. So there are 3 pulleys in the connected to the bottom block, and with the ceiling there are 4 pulleys connected. So 3 pulleys we have completed with the bottom, and 4th pulley that is connected to the ceiling, which we have drawn here, and the string terminates at the pulley at the block B. So we have drawn up till that point. So all the pulleys at the bottom are clamped to the bottom block at the bottom. So that block is named B, and the string itself is tied to this block. As you can see, there is only one tension in the figure. Since there is only one string, the tension would be same. So we won't be having we won't be doing the constraint force considerations in this particular figure. So the tension T is acting on block A in upward direction. We know that we don't take tension on the immovable objects, since they would be multiplied with 0. So tension on this pulley is 0, tension on this pulley is 0, and tension into velocity. So tension into velocity and all the immovable pulleys are coming out to be 0. So let us just draw the tensions on the moving parts. So these pulleys which are connected to the block directly, they would be moving. So the tension in all the pulleys is going to be T only. So let us say the block B is moving downward. So the block A would be moving in upward direction, and let us write the equation. So we write tension T into VA. So that would be instantaneous power delivered to this particular string. Tension T into VB plus tension T into VB. We are writing the negative sign since velocity of all the points on this pulley for the pulley which we have marked, the tension is acting in upward direction, and the tension is acting in upward direction, and the points on the pulley where the tension is acting are actually moving in downward direction, and this is because the pulley itself is moving downwards. So we have a negative sign T minus TVB and minus TVB. So this would be repeated for the 3 pulleys. So we have already written 2 times, so we'll be writing 4 into T into VB, and sum of all these would be 0. So VA is equal to 6 times VB, and after differentiating this expression, we would get acceleration of block A would be 6 times the acceleration of block B. So this is how we got the acceleration of the second figure. Let us do question number 3. So for question number 3, we have all the surfaces are smooth and pulleys are smooth. So let us draw the system and do it. So in this particular system, we have a pulley which is attached to the center of the second pulley, and there is a string passing over other pulley like this. Other string also passes over one more pulley which is movable, and that is finally connected to the ceiling. So this part is tied to the ceiling. This pulley and the string, it goes down all the way, comes up, and it is finally connected to the center of this pulley in the middle. This mass is 2m, and the mass which is connected to the block is m. So action to gravity is g. What we are supposed to find out, we have to find out the acceleration of both the blocks, and we have to find the force by the clamp on the pulley. So this is the clamp which we are talking about. So what force this clamp exerts on this pulley, that we have to find. So as you would have learned, if I were to ask you that in the previous question what we did, we found the constraint relations, and in that we did that we multiplied tension with the points of the velocities of the point of contact, and we summed them to 0. In the previous video we drew the force body diagrams also, right? And by drawing the force body diagram we were able to solve it completely. So let us do the same in this question also. So let us find the constraint relations first. So what are the number of strings in this system? So the number of strings in this system is only 1. So the tension in the string would be same everywhere. That is the advantage of that. So tension T, this tension would be same everywhere. This tension T would be acting on the pulley twice, and because of that this would act 2 times on the mass 2m also. If we are to draw what is the forces acting on the central pulley, then it would be this tension which is due to the upper string, the tension in the middle which is due to the middle string. If there is any mass of the pulley, so there is no mass of the pulley. The tension T which is acting in downward direction, this tension T, and the force due to clamp. So let us say the force due to clamp, it is acting in some random direction, F. So these are the forces which are acting on this pulley. So what we will be doing is that since we do not know the forces eventually, and it is the second part of the question, let us draw the constraint relations. So let us start with this point, with the points which we mark. So tension into the point of contact of the pulley with the object. So this object is not moving, it is ceiling. So tension into 0. Next, what is the mass of this block? Mass of this block, it is moving downwards, let's say with some acceleration a1, and let's say mass 2m is moving to the right with an acceleration a2. So this means that points 1 and points 2, they would be both moving with the same velocity, say, or same acceleration as that of the mass. So it's a tension T into A1, and there comes a negative sign, tension T into A1, and there comes one more negative sign. Just writing it properly so it is visible. Tension T into A1 minus tension T into A1. So these are the tensions into accelerations at the respective points. Obviously the pulley is not moving, this central pulley is not moving, so at all the points of contact of tension, and the points of contact are not moving at all, so there would be no use in writing tension into velocity. Still we can write tension T into 0 to represent that we have considered this pulley also. Let's say block number 2 is moving to the right with an acceleration which we have already decided, so we write tension T into A2, and that would be multiplied by 2, and sum of all the instantaneous power should be 0. So we get the equation minus 2Ta1 plus 2Ta2 is equal to 0, or we can say that A1 is equal to A2. So both the accelerations of block of mass m and 2m would be same, but what would the value of these accelerations would be? So we write the force equations of block number 1. So we can draw this pulley. The upward force acting on this system is 2T, tension T. These are the tensions acting in upward directions. The force acting in downward direction is the mass mg. Gravitational force mg, that would be acting in downward direction. So let us draw an arrow for that also, mg. And what is the acceleration of the system? The acceleration of the system is also downwards. It is a1. So we write mg minus 2t, the downward force minus the upward force, is equal to mass times acceleration. So this is first equation which we have obtained. Similarly, we can write the second equation. A second equation should be pretty easy to write. What are the forces acting on 2m mass block? That are the T force and T force. There is no friction for all surfaces and pulleys in the system. Down, below are smooth, so there is no friction. The gravitational force is in downward direction and it would be balanced by the normal reaction. The only force acting on it is 2T, and that should be equal to the mass of the block, which is 2m, times the acceleration, which is same as the block of mass m. So we can easily say that tension of the block T is equal to mass m into A. So substituting the red equation in the green one, we get that mg minus 2 times mass A is equal to ma, or we can easily say that acceleration of both the blocks is equal to g upon 3. So this is the value of acceleration of both the blocks. So this is the first part of the question. The second part of the question says that what is the force exerted by the clamp on pulley. So tension T, what would be the value of tension T? That is ma, or when we substitute ma, we would get mg by 3. So that is the value of tension. And if you would see this figure carefully, the forces acting on the pulley is in rightwards, leftwards and downward direction, and they are balanced by the force acting at the center of the pulley applied by the clamp. So these forces, the tension force T, T and T, are balanced by this force F. So force 1, 2 and 3 are balanced by this force F. And what is the angle between these forces? So the angle between these forces, if we can sum these two since they are in the same direction, so these two forces can be added to be 2T. They are horizontal. The third force is vertically downwards. We have to just find the value of F, not its direction. So the angle between these two forces is 90 degree. So we can say that they can be summed using Pythagoras theorem. So the Pythagoras, as per the Pythagoras theorem, the sum of these two forces or the resultant of these two forces would be given by a square plus b square. So we would be easily able to write that the force F which we are looking for is square root of sum of side 1 squared plus second side squared. So that would come out to be square root 5 into T, where tension T is mg by 3. So this is the force acting on the clamp or by the clamp on the pulley. Next, we will be doing the question number 4. So in question number 4, we have a pulley which is fixed and one pulley which is moving. So the fixed pulley is at the top of the incline. The mass attached to this pulley is of mass 2m. And again, we will be going through the same idea. We have to find the acceleration of both the blocks. So in this particular case, we are looking for the acceleration of the block of mass m. So what are the forces acting on the block of mass m? The gravitational force and the tension force T. So these are the two forces acting on the block of the mass m, and the angle of inclination is also given to us. It is some theta. Now the angle of the acceleration of mass m, let's say acceleration of mass m is in some downward direction. Let us say its value is some a1. And acceleration of block number 2, let us say it has some value a2. So we'd say what is the relation between a1 and a2. So that should be easy to find. What we'll do that, we'll study the string which is connected to this particular point. If you see this point is fixed and it is connected to this string. The string goes over the pulley like this and it comes down. So this block mass of mass m, it is going down, and 2m mass is going up. So what we'll do is that we'll be studying this blue pulley. So the tension in this whole pulley is going to be T only, and in the string above it would be the value 2T. This value should be equal to 2T. This tension is some T and this tension is some T. So we would say that this whole pulley is in equilibrium. The downward tension acting on the right end is T. So on the left end should also be T. And to balance that, the upward force applied by this particular string should be 2T. Okay, then we will be applying the constraint relation equation which we have learned. So what are the points of contact? The points of contact for the pulley is this one, this one, this one, and the block itself. Block is moving with an acceleration a1, and let's start applying. Tension into acceleration of this point, it is connected to ground, it is 0. Minus tension into acceleration of this pulley. Now with what acceleration would the pulley be moving? Pulley would be moving downward with an acceleration a2 as it is connected to the string, and the string is connected to the block of mass 2m. So as 2m, we have already selected that the mass 2m is moving with an acceleration a2. That means that the pulley would also be moving with an acceleration of mass with an acceleration a2. So we would say that tension 2T, the tension T should be multiplied with the points of contact with which is the acceleration of pulley. So that should be a2 and we will be having a positive sign since the pulley is moving downward, and one more tension into a2. Then we'd say that the block is moving in downward direction and tension is acting in upward direction. So we write minus T into a1 equal to 0, and from these equations we can easily say that 2 times A2 is equal to A1. Then we will be drawing the free body diagram for the mass 2m. So for the mass 2m, we would say that the tension is acting along the incline. Its value is 2T. The normal reaction is N, and the gravitational force acting on it is 2mg. Angle theta. Then we'd say that the acceleration of block number 1 is some 2t. We start writing the equation of the forces acting on the block 2m. So along the incline we write 2t minus 2mg sine theta is equal to 2m into acceleration of the second block. So we would write T minus mg sine theta is equal to m into A2 . That is our first equation. Then we'll write one more equation, which should be actually easy to guess. We know the downward force acting on this block is this particular block we are talking about. This block has an acceleration mg, has an acceleration a1, and the downward force acting on it is mg. So the downward force is mg minus upward force, that is tension, is equal to mass of the block into acceleration, that is a1. So if we add equation 1 and 2, we'll be able to get that mg into 1 minus sine theta, mg is equal to 1 minus sine theta is equal to m into a1 plus a2. Then we can replace any of these equations. That would be m into a1 plus a2, and let us replace a1. The a1 can be written as 2a2. So when we will be summing it, it would come out to be 3a2. So so we have arrived at our answer. So our answer is acceleration of the block number 2 is g upon 3 1 minus sine theta. And what would be the acceleration of block number 1? For block number 1, its acceleration would be 2 times the acceleration of the block number 2, that would be 2g by 3 1 minus sine theta. So that is the acceleration of block number 1. So using the idea of constraint relation and the force body diagram, we were able to arrive at the acceleration of these two blocks in such a system where one block is kept on an incline and other block is actually hanging by the thread from some other pulley, where the pulley itself is moving. So what we did that, first we selected the acceleration of these two blocks as some values a1 and a2. Block of mass m had an acceleration a1 and the second mass had an acceleration a2. We wrote the constraint relation, and while writing the constraint relation, we took the time to decide for which string which we have to write. So we wrote for the string which is connected to the ground, and after writing the constraint relation, we arrived at the equation number 3. This was the constraint relation equation, and then we draw the force body diagram of mass 2m. We wrote the equation, and then for the force body diagram of the mass m, and we wrote its equation, mg minus t is equal to ma1. We assumed that mass m is going downwards, so its acceleration was selected as a1. After substituting everything, we got the answer. So in this particular video, we'll be discussing these 3 questions only. In the next video, we'll be starting off with 3 more questions on the same topic. So thank you for joining and have a nice day.